time. Some are sticky, they're hard to pull off, and they can be misinterpreted and become challenging when we apply our own negative self-talk or societal expectations to them. I'm guessing most of you have a few labels running through your mind right now. I invite you to take a couple seconds and share one or two of those with your neighbor at your table.
That's why I had them talk at the table. Remember Alex's? The green apple. It doesn't work for me.
Lots of labels, right? I've come to realize that the label I want to wear most proudly is authentic. The first label I can remember being applied to me is shy. Well-meaning family friends advised my mom to get me help because she's just so quiet. And then I'd spiral. It made it harder to be less quiet in groups of people. Now, sure, I am an introvert, which means I'm not the life of the party, and large groups of people can often drain my energy. But we all can't be the life of the party, right? Well, as a teenager and young adult, that's what I thought it took to be liked and accepted. And so I drank alcohol at most social settings. I now realize I often did this so I wouldn't be so shy. I took the whole fake it until you make it approach through the first couple decades of my career. Looking back, it's times with lifelong family and friends, many who are here tonight, that are my brightest memories, because those are the times that I could show up as shy and quiet Sarah, fully loved and fully accepted. Another label I have is logical. It's a whole left brain thing, good at math. I'm methodical, responsible, reliable. The person my family turns to when we need to plan a family vacation or figure out what to get my parents for Christmas. Am I wrong? Logical, methodical, responsible, reliable, none of these are bad. In fact, there's actually a lot of good to them. The problem is that instead of focusing on what these things are, I focused on what they are not. And similar to being shy, being logical and responsible aren't exactly fun and exciting. I let my own negative self-talk convince me that these were weaknesses. I'd show up, do what needs to be done, the responsible thing to do, and I was successful and promoted. But I was not leaning into my labels to live intentionally. I was doing what I thought others expected. Another label that's been given to me is nice. And for a long time, I thought that to be respected, I couldn't be too nice. I remember after my first 360-degree review, I had received glowing feedback about how everyone loved working with me. But instead of accepting that as encouragement, I twisted it. I twisted it to believe they only just liked me. They thought I was nice. They didn't respect me or think I had earned the position I was in, until someone gave me a very different perspective on the nice label. Now, this person has a super successful career. They know how to hit goals, make the numbers, but they're not exactly known for treating others well. But for whatever reason, we clicked. During a performance review, they once said, "You know, you're a lot like me, except a nicer version." And they said this as a compliment, not as something I should change. Another manager said, "I have the unique capability to get things done while keeping emotional intelligence and balance with others." During a conversation with a mentee recently, I opened up about my struggles with imposter syndrome over the years and admitted that, I really don't have this thing all figured out. I could visibly see their relief. People have said I'm down to earth, making it easy for others to come to me. And so, as I reflect on all of this, I realize this is me, nice, shy, logical Sarah. And so the most important label for us all is authentic. Own our labels. Let them be sticky. Because we were each created to be a unique piece in a larger, beautiful puzzle. None of us were meant to be the entire puzzle on our own. And when we embrace our unique piece, it creates space for others to embrace theirs as well. And so now, instead of just showing up and doing what I think is expected, I'm pausing and asking myself, what do I want? Because I know I was created to dream and to live intentionally. Now, for probably over a decade, I've had this tug on my heart to get into real estate because I believe that place matters. My home matters to me, not because it's huge and extravagant, because it's not really, but because it's clean most of the time. It's safe, it's comfortable, it's our place. I enjoy coming back to it after a long day and waking up in it to start my day. And place matters for our communities as well. The environment a family wakes up in matters to how those kids feel when they go to school, and to the parents when they go to work. And how that family feels impacts others as they're interacting throughout their day. Now, I haven't acted on this real estate thing until recently for lots of reasons. I kind of like to think the timing just wasn't right. But the truth is, it's also because of my labels. My shyness made me too nervous to put this crazy idea out there, to ask others for help to learn about a space I really don't know much about, to risk them thinking my ideas are just so cliche and it's only because of HGTV that I think I could be successful. My logical side told me it wasn't responsible. But finally, late last year, we purchased an old home in our small community that needs some work. And already, since starting this adventure, I've been told by multiple experts in this space that I'm too nice to be successful. It's a big project, but there were multiple coincidences along the way. I kind of like to think of them as God winks that helped ensure me this one was meant for us. My biggest concern is that there was a backup offer on the house from someone that was just going to move renters in right away without making any improvements. Now, this house was not in a state to be a place for a family to feel safe and comfortable. It's a hidden gem. It needs some love before a family can move in, and it can be their place to feel ready to tackle their day. This is one way we can lift people up, to be better neighbors and create better communities by giving them a place. I now know that this is part of my story, to do this work for others as nice, shy, logical Sarah, because I have a different perspective on these labels. I own them as my authenticity. My shyness means I flourish best in small groups and one-on-one. My nice label means I listen and hear others well. I'm naturally drawn to what they're saying at their core as a human being. I care for them, and I have empathy for their challenges. My logical side means I can get things done. I can create actionable plans out of chaos that help people feel safe in their place, whether it's at home or at work. Now, I don't have this whole authenticity thing completely figured out, but that's okay. I have learned enough to know that it's a better way to live. It's better for our families, it's better for our employees, and it's better for our communities. I'm working on embracing the words to the song, "The Truth," by Megan Woods. The truth is, I am my Father's child. I make him smile, and I make him proud. Or I make him proud, I make him smile. I was made in the image of a perfect king. He looks at me and wouldn't change a thing. Let's live that truth. Own our labels and create safe places for everyone to thrive as the beautiful, unique individuals we were each created to be. Thank you.